Chelsea and the Blues. How is it Chelsea and the Blues? Why have I said that? Heavily linked with the likes of Robert Lewandowski. This one was surprising as well. And Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland going into the new season. Okay, so there's two of them. There's also Romelu Lukaku that they're linked with as well. Okay, so only one is needed, I imagine, out of those three, Jay.
Yeah, and you know what it is I think people forget that Chelsea have got like this billionaire owner who can sign whoever they want. And I think when they really go after someone, they normally get them. It would be... Look, I think Haaland's the one. If you can get that one over the line, that is a superstar at your club, potentially for 10 years. You know, he's got so much to give the game. Lukaku, again, he's had a brilliant season at Inter. You know, I really like what he's about. Was brilliant for Belgium in the Euros. Have they done that though? You know, they've had Lukaku. He's been there. It's done. Do you do something else, look for something different? I think Haaland's the one. Whoever gets him becomes instantly challengers, you know?
What do you think?
I think they're going to be challengers. I think they're going to be challengers anyway. Obviously, you've got Werner, who had a bit of an indifferent time, but ended it really well, winning the Champions League. Havertz, he's a different style of striker, more like a number 10 or coming in off the line. For me, I think you look at the way Borussia Dortmund play, with Haaland, who scores an awful lot of goals there. And it's very similar to Thomas Tuchel. He's quite slow in the build-up. And I think that does suit Haaland's play, because that little intricate patterns of play, little passages of play, and then all of a sudden you've got him peeling off little diagonal runs across bodies or straight runs with diagonal passes. And his first touch is astonishing. He's an absolute man-mountain anyway. So if he gets his first touch right, as a defender, you probably don't even see the ball. You can't even make the challenge because he's so big, and he's clinical. And I really do feel that Haaland would suit the style of play under Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea.
Yeah. Here's the latest that I'm reading. This is on Sky's website. So Roman Abramovich given a green light for £130 million bid for him. That was actually a few days ago. Before that as well, Chelsea will have to make Haaland the highest paid player at the club if he were to join from Dortmund. There'll be a lot of money involved in this, but if they allow it to go to the end of the season, when he'll become a bit cheaper, and then other clubs will be
everyone's in.
But then everyone's in. You know, this is where you got to strike now. If you've got the money and you think this is a player who's going to be at the football club, you know, for 10 years, if you have to pay a premium because no one else is in at the minute, then pay it, because, you know, then you run the risk of losing into Real Madrid or Barcelona.
I think Borussia Dortmund have been very strong in their stance. They were with Jadon Sancho. They didn't want to sell him last season. I think they've said, and they've come out officially and said they don't want to lose Haaland this summer. And when you hear like little like sound bites of Haaland saying maybe play with you again soon, and that relationship that Ole Gunnar Solskjær, is that why Ole Gunnar Solskjær has been given this new contract at Manchester United? Because if he is going to stay at Borussia Dortmund this season and then allowed to leave for the contract buyout clause, whatever he's got for next season, would Ole, who's got a good relationship with Haaland, be in the main seat?
Oh, come on. I mean, as much as Manchester United are a huge football club, but if you've got suitors like Chelsea and Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, you know, at the moment, this moment in time, Manchester United...
I mean, there's a lot of glory involved in that move. If you go to Manchester United and win their first Premier League title, well, for now it's going to be 8 years. This season, if they don't win it, it's 9 years. That'll be the 10th year without winning the Premier League title. I think there's a lot of glory in going to Manchester United and being the number 9.
I don't know.
It depends if you back yourself. If you back yourself to go there, link up with Jadon and be the number 9 that's going to score all the goals for Manchester United to take him to the title. I mean, there's a huge amount of glory there.
No, I get it, but wouldn't you rather go somewhere where you're almost kind of guaranteed to have success?
Really. No, I wouldn't. I'd back myself. I mean, it's a massive football club. It's not
so,
like
Trev,
you're
if you look, Trev, but if you're one of the best strikers in the world, and you've got to move on the cards, you're Erling Haaland. You have Real Madrid, Man City, and Manchester United come in for you. You're telling me you're gonna take the Manchester United?
Well, it's an easy one for me, isn't it?
Well, all right, take Man City. Take Man City out of the equation then. PSG, Real Madrid, and Manchester United.
Yeah, I think I'd go Manchester United, especially if I've got a good relationship with Ole Gunnar Solskjær, and I know Jadon, especially if Jadon has a really good season this year. I think there's a massive argument to say that he should go to Manchester United. I'd love to see him at City, don't get me wrong, but what I'm saying is, him as a player, He's done it in the Bundesliga. Everyone's going to be after him. Does he go to a PSG or a Barcelona, or does he fancy the Premier League, going after what his dad did in the Premier League? I think he wants to go to the Premier League. I think that's where that's the most competitive league in the world. And if it's a toss-up between them and Chelsea, I think he goes to Manchester United. His
dad was quoted actually saying as well, the Premier League is he is built for it.
Yeah, he is.
His son is literally built for the Premier League.
Obvious, yeah.
As it stands, I just want your thoughts on, and all of these links, they haven't happened yet. The ones that we know, Jadon Sancho is at Manchester United, that's happening. As it stands, who are your contenders that are actually going to challenge to get that title of City?
Liverpool and Chelsea.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And how close are Chelsea at the moment, do you think?
Oh, they're there. I mean, they're there. I think they've got something over. I think Tuchel's a brilliant manager. I think he's got something over Pep. I don't know, tactically, something is a mindset there that just Pep hasn't managed to figure out yet. Look, they won the Champions League, so Chelsea are there. They're going to be challenging. And Liverpool with injuries, when they're back, come on, you can't write them off.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.